In today's video, we're diving into the top 5 must-have Chrome extensions for Shopify store owners. These tools will save you time, boost productivity, and help you run your store like a pro. Whether you're managing inventory, analyzing data, or improving customer experience, these extensions have got you covered. So if you'd want to use any of the extensions mentioned on this video, use the links in the description. Alright, so now first up is that we have the Shopify Spy and Dropship tool, the Koala Inspector. This extension has 4.6 stars out of 556 ratings. So now let's add this into Chrome, install it into our browser as our extension. And the reason why this is great is that this extension lets you spy on other Shopify stores, revealing the apps, themes, and technologies they use. It's perfect for competitive research and finding inspiration. You can use this to check out what's working for successful stores and adapt similar strategies on your own. Now that we have added the extension, now we need to pin it, so click here on the extension icon and find the Koala Inspector extension, which is this one, and click on pin, and it should now appear here. Once the extension has been pinned, the next thing is that we would want to sign up. So from here, we just need to provide the email address right here. So I'm just going to paste it and then click here to agree to the terms and conditions and click on sign up. And from here, we will now be proceeding to the next process. So as you can see, it says, thanks for joining in. And now it is welcoming us. And we have already pinned the extension. So now we need to go to the Shopify store or one of the popular stores in here and just simply use the extension. So we'll just go for one of these popular stores. I'm just going to go for Aloe. And now we'll be prompted here into this store. Now that we're in the store, we want to click on our extension now, which is the Koala Inspector that we have just pinned, and then this should pop up. And now we can see all kinds of information using Koala Inspector on this store. So as you can see, the first one right here, we have the theme that this store is using in Shopify. So you can click here on Track Shop, but this is only available for an upgraded version or subscription. You can also use the theme, and you can see the category, the number of products, and when did this store open. So it is opened since October 24, 2017, and then the last update, the currency, country, and many more, and even the Shopify application that it uses. So you can click here on all Shopify applications because I think this is very important, especially if you are a Shopify owner that is competitive against this store. Then you would be able to see the apps that they are using. So if you think they have a feature that is really great, then you could just find it right here on which app they are using for that. And yeah, this is a very powerful information that you could get so that you'd be able to get those informations that your competitors have if you really like them. So now let's go back. And from here, we can now scroll down and there are tons of information more that we can use or view. But you would need tokens in order for you to view those information. As you can see, this is blurred out. So you can click here on use 2 tokens and click again on use 2 tokens. As you can see, I would now be able to see all of that information here that I have just chosen, which is the ad campaigns. And then we can now go back and then we can view the other informations right here. Like for example, shop traffic, click here on use 3 tokens. And as you can see, it will now use my 3 tokens. So it will be deducted from my current 13 tokens left. So if you're in a free plan here in Koala Inspector, you would have 15 free tokens when you first signed up for your account so that you would be able to test out their features. So click here on use 3 tokens. And then from here, you'd now be able to see the information right here. So in here, as you can see, you'd be able to see the average monthly traffic in the last 6 months and then the last month change, which actually got lower because this is in negative percentage. And then the average visit duration, which is 433 seconds. The bounce rate, monthly visits, traffic sources, social distribution right here. As you can see different platforms like LinkedIn, Facebook, Reddit, Instagram, and so on, and YouTube. So this is where you can see where their customers or visitors in this site came from. And then the geo-targeting, wherein you can see their various customers on where they are based or visitors. So this is where you can see them. So yeah, we have a ton more information right here that we would be able to get. Like for example, the products one, which is for free, you can click here on all products, wherein you would be able to see all of the products in one place, which is a really neat and convenient way to scout out your competitors' products. And then you could also click here on find retailers, wherein you would need to use some tokens in order for you to do that. So you can click here on use the tokens, and then you would be able to see the retailers of that product that this shop is possibly sourcing this out. So as you can see, it is now here. So you can see the suggested retailers on this product. So you can click here, and then you would now be taken into this website right here, where it is a similar item to what you have selected, which is this one right here. So yeah, it is really similar, just a different color, as you can see right here. So yeah, this is a really neat way for you to compete with your competitors by finding out the products right here that they are selling. So if the product is really good, then you can compete with that using this feature by finding each retailer. And now let's go for more products. So now I'm just going to select maybe this one right here. So I can click here on find retailers button and click on use the tokens again. And here's the result. So we have the suggested retailers now, and it is again from Walmart. So this is what you can see. As you can see, it is really the same product in here. So as you can see from that photo and in this one. So yeah, this is a really great way for you to stay competitive with your competitors. And now let's go back in here. And now from here, you can actually click here on the heart icon on the right side, wherein you could add this product as your favorite so that you'd be able to see all of the products that you think is really good on this store by clicking here on favorites, and this is where you can see all of them. So now let's go back and let's add a couple more products. So for example, I want to add this. I'm going to click on the heart button and this one and this one. So there, we now have a total of 4. So let's go into favorites again. And from here, we can click here on export CSV. And from here, we would need 1 token to do this. So we can click here on use 1 token. And then from here, it will now be exported so that we can use this in Excel or maybe Google Sheets so that we could do it here. As you can see, we would now be able to see all of the information. So right here, and we have the handle here. So this is basically the product name. So as you can see, the high waist airbrush, leggings white, the colors, and then the size, and many more information that might be useful to you, and even their link right here. So you can copy that. As you can see, when I go back in here into Chrome, and I can just paste it right here. And as you can see, it would now take me into this picture so that you'd be able to see what product it is. And now another thing that you can do is that you can click here on the product image and then click here on view on website, wherein you would be able to go into the product page itself on this website. So this is a really handy way for you to navigate into their store. And you'd be able to see the price, the published date, and then last update and many more like their product ID. And you can click here on find retailers and use your 2 tokens. And here you would now be able to search their possible retailers. And as you can see, noted found. You can also click here on search in AliExpress, where you'd be taken into the AliExpress website and search for that product title. But as you can see, there is no result. So let's go back and then just view another product, like for example, this one, find retailers. And as you can see, the token didn't get deducted because there was no result or information given. As you can see, no data found and no token was deducted. So yeah, this is how it works right here. So unless that you would get an information, your token will not be deducted. So which is really good here in Koala Inspector. So yeah, this is how you can do it. And here are the suggested retailers for this item. And let's view last one, which is this one. Click on find retailers, click on use 2 tokens. And yeah, this is how you can do it. And now what we're going to do, now that we have consumed our tokens to the last one, the next thing that we're going to talk about now is the price. So you want to click here on your profile icon and click on subscription plan. And this is where you can see the pricing of Koala Inspector if you're interested in using this. So you can go for professional. It includes all the free features, not pro. So you also have upgraded amount of tokens, which is 60. And then you could also do shop tracking, which is only 3 shops. But I suggest that you go for unlimited so that you would be able to fully utilize Koala Inspector, because you would get all the features, including the Pro one. And then the tokens are unlimited, so which means you can inspect as many stores as you want. And then you could also track shops for up to 50 shops. And here is our current plan, which is a free plan right here. And you could also go for their 3-day free trial here so that you could try out your unlimited plan so that you would be able to use all of their features and see if Koala Inspector is the right one for you. Next up, we have SimilarWeb, website traffic, and SEO checker. This extension has a very high rating. It has 4.6 stars out of 3,400 ratings. So you could really see that this app is a really good one and a lot of people uses this app. The SimilarWeb Chrome extension is a powerful tool for Shopify store owners. It provides instant insights into competitor traffic, marketing strategies, and audience demographics. You can analyze which channels drive the most visitors to your competitors, helping you refine your own marketing. Plus, it's ideal for benchmarking your store's performance and discovering new growth opportunities. So now let's install or add this to our browser. Click here on Add to Chrome and click on Add Extension. And from here, it will now be added, as you can see right here, and will now be prompted in here. So now you can browse any website and click the SimilarWeb extension button to reveal the in-depth analytics and many more. So now let's just pin it right here. So let's find SimilarWeb right here, pinned. Now let's use SimilarWeb into this Shopify store. So click on SimilarWeb in here and you want to click here on I accept. And now, as you can see, it has now scanned this website. And from here, you would now be able to see the visits over time that this store gets. You can see the bounce rate, the pages per visit, monthly visit, and average visit duration, which is around 2 minutes. Next, you would see the top keywords in here. You can use this to refine your own, especially when you are in the same niche as this store. You can click here on See More Keywords, and then you will be prompted here into another tab wherein it would now ask you to register now to view more info. So if you'd like that, then just create an account and get a subscription. And you also see their rankings, the global, country, and then the category rank in here. And then the geography of their customers. So their customers are mostly from United States. Some are from Canada, UK, Israel, and Australia. And yeah, you can see more countries, but you would need to get your own account. And then you have their traffic sources in here. You would be able to see more of this information if you would get a subscription and an account here in SimilarWeb. As for now, since I don't have an account signed in, then I only get 15 usages available for this extension, but I get extra 10 if I go sign up, even if it's just a free plan. So yeah, this is the power of SimilarWeb, which would let you take a pick on your competitors' SEO and apply it on your own so that you'd be able to improve your SEO and get more visibility and rank higher in searches. And now the third one would be the Evernote Web Clipper. This extension has a high rating of 4.7 stars out of the 129,600 ratings that this extension has. This is a must-have for Shopify store owners as it allows you to save product ideas, competitor insights, and design inspiration directly from your browser. You can organize these clippings into notebooks for easy access and future reference. It's perfect for streamlining research and keeping all your store-related resources in one place. So now let's add it into our browser. So click here on Add to Chrome, click on Add to Extension, and then we should now see it right here. And once it's added, is that you would now want to clip it. So make sure to click here on extensions and simply clip the Evernote extension, which is right here. So now that it's pinned, let's now go into a Shopify store. So we're back in here. And from here, we are now going to use Evernote. So for example, we're just going to select a product in here. Let's go for sweatshirts. And from here, let's just go for a specific product. So we have a lot in here. So let's just go for this one, for example. So let's say that we really like the look of this product page. And then in this case, we can use Evernote. So let's click on Evernote in here, and this would appear wherein we would need to sign up or log in. So in my case, I'll just sign up with my Google account and go for this one. And now we should now be able to use Evernote. And as you can see, we can now save a clip for this site right here. And from here, we have the clip format. We can go for article, multi-select. As you can see, you can select multiple elements here on this website, or you could also go for the others. So we have the simplified article right here, where you could see this website in a simplified way. But in this case, it's not really that great. So I'm just going to go with a full page. So if you would like to take the full page here in Evernote, you can definitely do that by selecting the full page, or you could go for bookmark, and then you'd be able to get this page as a bookmark right here. As you can see, we have the link and then the title here, or you could just screenshot this page. So if you really like something, then you could just screenshot it just like so. And then you could add it into your Evernote. And yeah, as for this one, we'll just be going with the article right here. And basically, we'll just be gonna make sure that everything is included just like so, because if not, you can just click here on the plus button and it would now add another section. So yeah, that's it. So now once you are done, you can now click here on save to, so that you'd be able to choose a place in your Evernote wherein you would like to save this clip. In my case, I'll just go for my first notebook, and then you could also add this to a task or a tag, or you could even add a comment. So for example, I'm gonna add a comment in here so that I would be reminded on why I saved this clip. Like for example, this site is great. I should take inspiration from this style for this niche. Maybe something like that. And now click on save clip. And now it is saving our clip, and then it is syncing. So from here, we just have to wait. And now that it's saved, we can now open it on the Evernote web. So let's click on open. And then from here, this is where we would now be able to see all the clips that we have saved in here with our Evernote account. So as you can see, we now have saved this, and then we could go all the way down right here. And then we'd now be able to see some more empty space wherein we could input some more notes if you'd like. So yeah, we also see the comments that we have added is right here at the very top. So yeah, Evernote is really great for you to organize your notes, your ideas on what should be applied to your Shopify store, and take inspiration from your competitors, or maybe you would like to implement some strategies that you have taken some inspiration from your competitors. So yeah, this is it for Evernote. And now for the fourth one, we have the PP Spy. So this is great because this extension provides detailed analytics on Shopify stores, such as best-selling products, traffic sources, and competitor strategies. You can use this best when you use it for product research and to refine your marketing approach based on real data. So once you're here, you can just click here on start free trial, and remember to use the link in the description if you'd want to go here. And from here, you want to click here on continue with Google or provide your email and password. In my case, I'll just sign up with Google. And now here we are now signed in. From here, we can now set up the extension by clicking here on Chrome extension. And this extension has a high rating of 4.0 stars out of 113 ratings, which is quite good. And from here, click on Add to Chrome and click on Add Extension. And from here, it will now be added, as you can see right here. So now we can just pin it. So click here and pin the PP Spy. As you can see, it is now right here. So we're just going to go back in here into the tracker, and from here we have already tracked some stores. So now I'm going to show you on the information on what PP Spy can provide. So we're just going to go here, for example. So I'm going to click here, And these are the information that you would get from PP Spy, like the product sold, estimated revenue, store product, average price, monthly visits, created time, store tracked by, and many more. So this is where you can see everything, and then you could go for page 2, and then you'd be able to see more of it. And not just this, you could also go for product research, wherein you could get your winning products. So you could search through tens of thousands of Shopify products in here. You could even go for store research, research your competitors. So you could just input the title, description, and more filters to be more specific on your niche on what you'd like to research. And then you have more features like traffic research, one product store, and then your store theme. So now let's go into the pricing plan of PP Spy. So you can click here on upgrade plan on the left side so that you'd be able to go here. And we have the monthly plan and then the annual plan right here, which is much lower. So you could go for monthly or annually depending on what you'd want. As you can see, there is a drastic difference in their prices. So I suggest that you go for annual for a lesser price. But if you're planning just to try it out, then you could go for monthly and try it out for yourself and see if PP Spy is the right one for you. So in here, we'll be talking about the features that you would be getting in their basic, advanced, unlimited, and enterprise. So their differences here are clearly on the credits as sales tracking and in the product reviews, which is a feature on their extension. So here in the credits, remember that PP Spy is a credit-based platform, so you would really need credits in order for you to do a lot of their features, searches, or get a lot of data from PP Spy. So here in the basic, you could get 20,000 up to a million here with the enterprise plan. So you really want to take this into consideration. You want to consider how much searching, how much features you are going to use here in PP Spy so that you'd be able to get enough credits and not lacking so that you could do everything that you need to do. And then you have the sales tracking, which is only 10 stores per month for the basic, up to 350 stores for the enterprise, and it scales up, as you can see, 30 for the advanced and 100 for the unlimited. And then we have the product reviews right here, which is 100, 200, 1,000, and then 10,000 into enterprise, depending on the tier or plan that you would be purchasing. As for the other features, we have no problem with that because with any plan right here, you'd be able to get the ads, the Shopify store, Shopify product, one product store, store theme, and traffic research. So you should upgrade to a paid plan to get all of these features, and you can do that by using the link in the description. So if you're looking for an extension that is worth the investment, then I could definitely recommend PP Spy. And now, last but not the least, we have ColorZilla. So this is great if you are looking for a color picker and eyedropper tool that lets you grab color codes from any web page. You can match your store's branding or design elements by replicating colors from competitor sites or inspiration pages. And this extension has a rating of 4.6 stars out of 3,900 ratings, which would prove that this is a reliable app. So I'm just going to click here on Add to Chrome and click on Add Extension. And we should now have it added into our browser. As you can see, it is now installed. Now, the next thing that we are going to do is that we're going to try and go into a Shopify store right here. And what we have to do is that we would need to pin this extension. So we're going to go for ColorZilla right here. And now let's click on the ColorZilla extension right here. And now we can now click here anywhere on this site. And then as you can see, we will now be able to select any color. So for example, I would want to go for this color here. So I'm going to click here. And then as you can see, it has now been copied to clipboard, which is the code for this color. So now you can use this in building your Shopify store. You can use these colors that we have in here so that you'd have the exact same color that you have copied from this store. So yeah, this is a very simple app and it's very straightforward. You can just pick your colors here from a website, or you could just pick from a color picker panel right here. You could also do it here, and you have many more options on how you could get your colors. But yeah, this is the main one, which is to copy a color from others' website. So yeah, that's it for this video. So if you would like to use any of these extensions that have been mentioned in this video, kindly use the link in the description down below. Also, I have recently created this video where I have shared 5 ways to get high quality free traffic on your Shopify store. So if you're interested, you can click here to watch that video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on my next video.